G'day all, welcome back again to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Fighting Formations, Grossdeutschland Infantry Division from GMT, and we're about to go on with turn 2, but before we do, there's three things that I just want to mention. First off, it was pointed out to me that I've been a complete twit. Doing the bombardment, I've been orientating this to north when it says quite, here, the 1 hex. So it's supposed to be for this game orientated this way, which makes a lot more bloody sense. I don't know why I was doing what I was doing, because I read it and then screwed it up totally. So there you go. So all my bombardments were out by 90 degrees, so I can't go back and fix that. That's just one of those things. The other thing that was pointed out is I was saying with these blokes moving up and stuff like that, that these guys are out of range. And they're out of their normal range, but yes, you can do extended range fire by dropping down from die 10s to die 8s to die 6s and so forth. And I didn't want to fire at longer range, but I didn't say that, and it was pointed out to me that these guys moving up could have been fired at, the same as this guy here could have fired and all the rest of it, done opportunity fire and stuff like that. And this guy could have fired, sorry, can't see, this guy could have fired back against the machine gun and so forth. But I didn't want to fire at extended range at that time, because I really didn't want to put down a command token for the Russians, the Soviets, at this stage. And I didn't want to give more initiative to the Germans because they were just running riot. So that was the reasons behind that. Okay, and the last thing that I actually made a comment on when I put the last video up is when I came into here, so let's just take these two guys back here. When I came into here and I flipped over the mines, these should have gone into here to attack this guy. I said before when I moved one of these other ones into a position that I wanted it in, that, they can go into any surrounding hex. So I'm just going to go back to here and do that. So this guy can go there like that, which means this guy gets attacked by the mines. And these blokes would not have gone into the minefield, so they just came up here and stopped. So looking at... this is a melee. Let me grab the melee. Okay. Righto. So it's a Soviet mine. So we're down here because this is the Soviet table. I think they're both the same sort of, but yeah. So, and we're at a 12. Oh, sorry, a Pioneer. So it's a 13, again, you can't see. So as you can see, Pioneer at the top, 13 against mines down the bottom. So it's a 13 to hit. So melee thing is, the opponent selects one of the units to attack, use the table, determine the dice. We begin with die 10s. We're not firing. Firing unit's not a platoon. Nothing in column. Not a fortification. Roll the melee dice. So it's 2 die 10s, and we're looking for a 13 or higher to hit. And and we only get an 11, so there is no hit. Now, so that's good. So we can get rid of that. And just so I am back on the right page, mines. If it, blah, blah, blah. Once revealed, each mine's marker will attack every unit, enemy or friendly, that moves or advances into or out of its hex. And this guy had moved in, and the mines were there. So that was done. Since this attack always occurs within the same hex, a mine attack uses it for melee. Units that are already in a mine's hex at the moment, another unit enters their hexes are immune. Okay, so we are good. Okay, so we can go on to the next turn then. So we now have the first lot of German reinforcements on, which are the Stugs, and they've also brought us another command token up top. We're at 0 on the initiative track, and the Germans hold the fate card, so they can go first. So what do we want to do? We've got a 10, 2 8s, 2 6s, a 5, a 4, 2 3s, and a 2. And I think, I can turn this back over again. Now our command radius is down to 2 hexes, which is a bit of a pain because it means that this is now out of range to this command token is now out of range to this guy and out of range to these guys, which is a bit of a pain. So I think what we might do is look at maybe an assault to bring the tankies up, the Stugs. Can they bring up another token, which will, if they come up to sort of, what's their movement? 12. So effectively, their movement is halved, I believe. Assault. Yep. Printed speed is halved, and you need to keep 1 movement point for fire. So they can effectively move 5 hexes and shoot, which will bring them up into here with a command token, which would be good. So let's do that. We're going to do an assault action. So we're going to take the 5 cube, and we're assaulting. It'll be 5 on the Russian side now. And we're going to bring down a command token for the Stuggies, and I'm going to put it on the single Stuggy, like that, and we're going to activate these 3 units. So we've got 2 platoons, for want of a better, and a single Stug there. Okay, so we can move 5 and shoot. Now again, yes, we can do extended range fire, but these are armoured vehicles, and the only things that can fire are the Dushkas here, and they've only got a range of 3, so realistically, you know, they're only hitting for 2, so not real flash. So I'm going to move this guy up first, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He gets a free turn, 4, and he turns for 5. And he's going to fire into here. So we're using the high explosive. Now this guy could fire. He's got a range of 2, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'd be firing, he could fire, but he can't do anything to this guy. So there's not much sense in opportunity fire or anything else. So this guy's going to fire into here. Again, I'm pointing at stuff you can't see because I'm a twit. So we start with a range of 7, which he's got, which would usually be die 10s, but because we are doing an assault, it's -1, so we go down to die 8s. So we start with 15. We've got a hindrance of 1, so shot doesn't go through, nothing happens, nobody's shooting back, he is done. Okay, next guy is going to come up. It's going to be this young fella here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Excuse me. 5. It's going to go 5 and turn. He's got 1 free rotation. He's going to shoot into here. So again, die 8s because we're assaulting. And we've got 15 plus 11 is 26. So 26 on the attack. And these guys are 11 plus 3 for cover. 14. So he needs a 12 or more. Oh, it gets a 13. Well done. And again, no sense in firing back or anything else. So this guy stops here. And the last fella comes up. 1, 2, 3 to here and will stop. And this guy is in his front arc. So he's going to fire for 12 and die 8s. 12 and 10 is 22. So again, we're in here for 14. So this guy down here needs an 8 or more. And rolls an 18 and is fine. And that is the end of that for him. Now, 1, 2, 3, so good. That's not what I wanted, was it? I wanted to get these. Yeah, I'll have to fix it next turn. Okay, so the Russians, the Soviets, now have a 5. So they could try and rally this pinned bloke down here, which would be a 4, and that'd give them a chance to do something else. And I think that's what they're going to do since he's coming under fire. So they're going to rally. So if we come down and have a look at this guy, I'll move this down to 1. So he needs an 8 or more. He's in cover, so that goes up to die 12s. And he gets 20, so he's good and rallied, and that comes off. Done. But one thing I've just forgot. Yeah, we paid for that, but we don't have a command token out here, so that costs an extra 2 to activate him for the rally. 2 initiatives, so we're now 1 on the German side. What does Herman want to do? I think we are going to do a move for 3. So we come back over to the 2 on the Russian side. Now, who are we going to move? Okay, we can see everybody here. I want to get this guy out of the mines. So that's going to cost us 2 because he's outside of range. So that goes up to 4. on the initiative track. Let's bring that over there so you can see it. So I've moved it up to 4. So that's done. Who else do I want to move? I want to get him over there and them up there as well, I think. Yep, let's do that. So we're going to activate this guy to move. That's 2 more. We're going to activate this guy to move. He's in range of this guy, so it's not going to cost anything. And we're going to activate this guy to move. Again, he's in range of the mission token, so that costs nothing. We will activate the Stug to move, the Stug to move, and the Stug to move. And we'll activate, we're not going to activate those guys at the moment to move. I'm going to try and pull this guy back into with them. Now, up t'other way, do I want to, and I think I have to. So I'm going to put our other command token here, and I'm going to activate all these guys to move. As well. So a fair bit of movement. Maybe I'll bring these. No, I don't want to give them any more. No, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. We'll start up the top here. This Pioneer platoon can move 6. Now, we may do some firing this time. But he's going to go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be in range shortly. Yep. So he moves up to there in the fields. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I don't want to move him first. We're going to move this guy forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Burp. So they are going to fire from the Maxim machine gun up here. So that's going to be die 10s, but we're at extended range, so die 8s. We are going to put a command token here. I know it's out in the open, but I'm going to put it there so it's in range of this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Okay. I'll just pull this back so I can roll the dice. So he's shooting for 13 with die 8s. It's a hindrance of 1. Double 1s. Absolutely nothing. And 1s are under his rate of fire of 2, so he is spent. Well, that was a bit sucky, but that's what happens. Okay, so he's moved 1. Oh, sorry, it's a field. Make sure. 1.5. He's moved 1.5. He'll move to here for 3, and we can use the Dushka here. It's got a range of 7, so it's going to be die 8s again, firing for 12 with a hindrance of 1. Oh, no, whoop, screwed that. Should have been die 10s because they're up. Let's go back. He was there. Forget about that. Because this guy's in an elevated position, he goes up 1 die, so he's actually got to roll die 10s. So we go back to the Maxim. Let's do this properly. So he's rolling off for 13. Yeah, 13 plus 17 is 30. 30. And we are in a field which gives us no cover, and there's no hindrance or anything else. 30. We need an 18. And we've got die 10s. And we only get an 11, so he's hit. And it is broken. Yuck. So he is done. Now, opportunity fire. This guy here could also fire over there. But I think I want to save him for firing down this way at the moment. So that guy is finished. Next guy rolls up. He's going to go 1.5 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So die 8, going up 1 to die 10s. Again, shooting. Hindrance now is a 2. 3, sorry. Hindrance is 3 coming through the field. And his rate of fire is a 2. And he gets a 14, which is fine. 14 and 13 is 27. And we are there for a 12 and nothing else. So we need a 15 using die 10s. Oh, we get an 18. We are good. Okay. He goes to there for 3. I might just put a little dice beside him in case he survives, so I know how far he's moved. He's moved 3 so far. We're going to shoot again. So again, it should be die 8s for the range, but it's die 10s for the elevation. Shooting for 13. And 18 is 31. And we've got 12. So we need 19. I don't think he looks really good. And we only get 7, so he's hit as well. So, well, I can leave that there. Let's see what happens to him first. And he is suppressed and simply can't fire. So he can continue to move. He's moved 3. He goes there for 4. The maxim is going to fire again. We're still at die 10s for 13. Plus 17 is 30. Okay. And we were again 12, so we need 18. And we failed, so he is gone. So that's 1 VP, I think. And I'll just check that again. It should be 1 VP for the Ruskies. Soviet earns victory points for eliminated German units. 3 per vehicle, 1 per infantry. Yep, so 1 VP. So, oops, wrong one. Goes up to 4 VP. And I can get rid of that Pioneer. Done. Righto. Next, we'll move this fella. He's going to go 1.5 to there. The Maxim is going to shoot again using die 10s. Down 1 for range, up 1 for elevation. 2. So he's going to be spent, but it hits. Okay, so it's a 10 plus 13 is 23. And we are at 12. We need an 11. And we only get a 3. Wow. Okay. And we are broken again. He's not going anywhere. Now, because he's ended up broken, I think it might be worthwhile to shoot to try and kill him. But I'm not going to at the moment because, again, I want to get some meat. But why not? We are going to use this Dushka. Now, it's got a range of 7, so it's still going to be die 8s up to die 10s. Leave him as he is. Opportunity fire. Rate of fire is 3. And hindrance is 3. Oh, that was a hindrance of 3. Ah. So no, that shot didn't go through. Forgot about that. But he is spent. Yeah, because we've got a hindrance of 3 for the field when the Maxim shot. So, okay, so we've gone 1.5. So he could fire down there and still have a go, but again, it's a hindrance of 3. So I don't want to fire with the Dushka. So we'll come up to here, and we've now moved 3 through the fields. And the Dushka can now shoot using die 10s. And it's firing for 12. A hindrance of 1. And that also means that he's spent, which was what I was worried about. Okay. So he's moved 3. He goes 4. He goes 5. I don't want to fire. He goes 6 to here. So this gets turned over. And, oh, that's A. And A is an entrenchment with a rifle platoon. Which means they can shoot. Let me get rid of A here. Right, oh. So they can shoot, but that's going to cost 2. So we'll go back down to 4 on the initiative track. We're shooting with 12s because we are at short range. They're adjacent to each other. So he's gone 3, 4, 5, 6. That's his full movement. Get rid of that. And he is shooting for 4s. 4s, and he is spent because we've got a 3 and a 2, which you can't see. So 4 spent. He's 13, and 5 is 18. And we are die 10s, and we need a 6 or more. And we get an 11, so that is good. Does anybody else want to shoot at him? And we go, ooh, no. So he is done. Righto, the next one goes up and goes 1.5. Nobody wants to shoot. 3, nobody wants to shoot. 4, 5, 6, nobody wants to shoot. And is done. This pioneer now moves and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. Does anybody want to shoot? No. So he's done. That's there. And then we have the machine gun. Bum, bum, bum. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. and nobody wants to shoot. So those are both in there. Righto. Next one. Let's get this guy out of the minefield. So that is going to be, again, our melee. So he'll move out of there no matter what, unless he dies. And again, we have mines against a pioneer, which is a 13. Oh, only an 8, and he makes it. So he plonks out of the mines back into with his people. Righto. Next, we're going to move this MG34, who's going to go 1 to there. And the Dushka here is going to shoot. It's got a range of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again, down to 8s, back up to 10s for elevation. Shooting for 12. Plus 15 is 27. And we are 11. So we need 16. Nope, and we're hit. And we are pinned, cannot move, so he is done. Okay. So this pioneer is now going to move. Or this one. Let's do this one. He is going to go 1 to there. This bloke is going to shoot. That's going to cost 2. He's going to opportunity fire, so the Russians go down to 2. Oh, I shot with him and I didn't put a duva down. Didn't put a duva down, so that cost... No, I'll just do this. I'm going to put that on him. So, no, it didn't cost anything to fire there, but it's going to cost 2 there. So they go down to 2. He shoots for 13 with 10s. Hindrance of 1. And the hindrance of 1 means it misses, and it's also below his rate of fire. So he is spent. So we've gone 1. We go 2. Rough. Costs 2. 1, 2. Five, 6. And nobody can shoot at him. I don't think so, because we're blocked off this way by the woods and he's spent. Okay, which means this guy's now going to move and he's going to come down . And go 1 to there. And we're going to shoot with the Dushka. Again, die 10s. Oh, it might be better now. He's got a range of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, so die 10s again. 3 and a 5. So he is spent, because that is 3 is his rate of fire. So 8 plus 12 is 20. And we have 12, so we're looking at 8. And we get it, so we are good. He's moved 1, he moves 2. This guy is spent. This guy could shoot, but he's only got a range of 2. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'd be using die 6s. No. And we come up again to here and we flip another minefield. So of course the mines are going to be on the Pioneer, and we know that's a 15 to hit. Sorry, a 13 to hit. Mines against Pioneers. 13 to hit. Only 5. Wow. So he can try and move out of there, which he will do. And he moves to here, which we need to do another attack. And he does get hit this time. So let's grab our thing. And he is suppressed, cannot fire. So he's gone 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy can shoot now 1, 2, 3, 4 for die 8s, plus the elevation is die 10s. He's within range of this token, so die 10s it is. He's firing for 13. And 13 is 26. And again, we are a 12. So we need a 14 or better. And when he rolls 7, we're hit again. Okay. So this goes down. And this goes away. And we need 2 singles. One and 1. I'll just need to clip him. Do that first. Okay, so now we have 2 Pioneers in here. One like that, and one like that, and one has the suppressed on it, and the Ruskies get another VP, taking him up to 5, like that. Okay, and we can move once more. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4. We can move into here. That'd be 5, 6. That's what we're going to do. So we'll just move them together. Boop, boop. Like that. And he can fire again. Did I screw up on him? I think he might be spent. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So he's firing for 13 die 10s still. Okay, he's spent now, that's fine. And we have a 13 and 11 is 24. And we'll do the suppressed guy first. He's in there for 12 plus 2, I believe, for Woods is 14. So we need a 12. Sorry. We've got 24. He's in there for 14. We need an 8 or better. And we get it. And then the guy who's not broken, well, not injured, and he gets an 11. So he is fine as well. That's 25. So they are done. Okay. Okay, so that's all the infantry moved. Now we got the tankies. Okay, I'm going to bring this stuggy here. 1, 2, and he's going to stop there. This guy's in his front arc. He's spent, he can't shoot. Nobody else can shoot. He's going to stop there. This guy's going to move forward. 1, turn, 2, 3. No, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to stop there. It's not in range. Need one more. You turn, come down here and come into here. Like that. And then he will turn in this direction. He had plenty of movement for that. The only way this guy can hurt him is if he advances into there and then goes into melee with him. So I'm not too worried about that. And this little fella here will come down 1, 2. And flip as well, like that. And that should be all of the German move done. And we've been going for 41 minutes. I think we'll call it quits there. I'm sorry that was a bit messy. I don't think my brain's working all that well today. But I think we got there in the end. So yeah, spent checks with... I've got to really pay more attention to the rate of fire for things. And I think I screwed that a couple of times. And I've also, the other thing I've got to remember again is the elevation giving you a 1-up for dice, which offsets the longer range, which I forgot before, and that's why I wasn't wanting to fire. So that was my fault. That was pretty stupid. Okay, so that's it. We'll call it quits there. I'll put this up and we can go from there. So take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.